Good morning, people. Good morning on this beautiful Sunday. I just wanted to come out and give a little message. Um, there's, I don't know, rumors, things like that being said. People think, people don't have gifts. People think that people are phony and that people don't have a purpose in this world right now. Everybody can believe whatever they want to believe. Everybody can basically base their own opinions. It really doesn't matter to any of us, really, right? The problem that I have is the part of when we decide decide to use it in a negative way and to trying to bash somebody or to target people and shit like that and use their little scare tactics and shit and try to involve their children in stupidity. It's a low blow. It's a very low blow when you go into people's families and into their children. It's like it really shows the character that you are. If you want to go that low, do it. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't work. So, to each their own. Another thing I wanted to tell you is people call it magic. Magical. There's something magical. I'm going to tell you the truth. Everything that I come across, any kind of knowledge, any kind of information, any kind of message that I express has come from the Holy Spirit. Whether people believe it or not, I really don't give a shit. It is the truth. It is the fact. Some of this information, there's no way I would be able to attain. I mean, I'm isolated half the fucking time. So how would I get this information about certain things, certain people? It's almost impossible. You don't, the guys, the angels, however you want to say it, downloads, however you want to say it. There's just things that have always synchronized with me as a very young age. That's something that I had, but I didn't use it, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to bring it forth. I didn't know if it was good or bad. Being raised in a Catholic home, even though they weren't practicing Catholics, they were very superstitious about a lot of things. So certain things were taboo and we didn't talk about and we didn't really express, Even though my mother did believe in witches and she was like an advocate against witches, she was determined to bring witches down. We had one that lived right next door. To this day, when I play back my life and stuff like that and memories and flashbacks that come into my life, I think that maybe that had something to do with the fact that I had a sister that died at 6 years old from a West Nile mosquito bite back in 1986. 2 other people got infected on the block. I don't know. Maybe it was a government thing. Fuck, I don't know. It's just a lot of curiosity, a lot of things that you look back to, certain things that happen in your life that don't add up, they don't make sense, and maybe they're not supposed to. Maybe that is just what it is, Maybe you don't have to look into everything. Maybe you do. Who's to know, But I've always been the type that will look into something to a certain extent, to satisfy my own curiosity, my own theories, my own sanity. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't help who I am. I can't change who I am, who I was meant to be. This is who I am, and this is what I'm meant to be and meant to do. And people want to be pissed off about it, but I'm not sitting around being pissed off at other people for their gifts, for their lifestyle, for their beliefs. We all should just learn how to get along, like what's his name said back in the 80s, Rodney King or something. Just learn how to get along and stop fucking pointing fingers at people and stop trying to be jealous of things that they have no reason to be jealous of. We should embrace everybody's gifts. We should embrace each other, especially women, Another thing I want to bring up clear into the fucking, out here to the community. I'm not into taking anybody's man that's married. I don't believe in that kind of shit. I believe in having friends. I can have friends, things like that. I've never done anything with this divine masculine. We've never even met. We've never even had a word. We only speak, I think, through his videos. Maybe he has a camera in my house. Maybe he can see me so he can talk directly to me. Maybe he's connected to my phone, which is what I think him and the alchemy chick is. I think they're connected to my phone because I think they work possibly with the government. Somebody has connections in the government, whether it's CIA or FBI. Somebody has connections, because there's no way they can have so much access to my phone, to my emails, to my videos, and they can directly talk to me in their videos, especially if they're live. I feel like they directly, I should say this, I know that they're talking to me. They know when I click onto their channel. I know when people know when I click onto their channel, so I know who's working with who and what. And I'm trying to unsubscribe to these people. It's bad enough that they have total access to my life. I don't need to be on there fucking watching them or praising them or anything like that, because I feel like these people are out to do something to me. I don't feel like it's anything good. So how can I wish good upon somebody who's wishing horribly on me? So I basically wish them healing from afar. I do send them love and healing from a distance. But it's ridiculous that this whole situation of the twin flame bullshit, I'm so tired of it. I really am. I'm tired of hearing about them here. I'm tired about everything about it. I don't even take it serious. I'm serious. I don't take it serious. Yeah, I like watching him. I listen to him. He makes me laugh. So what? Is there a connection? Maybe. I don't know. On my part, I think it's curiosity, because maybe I'm curious to know how he thinks, and what's the word for it? I wonder if we are similar in ways, because all my life, it's just say that I've always been the outcast. I've never really fit in with anybody. Even though I was known and popular here and there, I was liked and hated as always. Same now as it is then. I never really focused so much. I guess I tried to please and I tried to fit in so much into society that I didn't take the time to honor myself and to honor and to love the gifts that I had and to look into more into my life. I just accepted what was given to me and how it was given to me by my family, by my friends, and in society. And I just went with it. And I tried to always fit in, and I just didn't try to be the outcast. And so certain knowledge and certain things that I knew about, I just didn't expose it or talk about it. And I'm barely starting to expose it and talk about it now. And sometimes I have to be careful on what I say, because people might want to lock me up in a fucking institution. But anyways, and so people say you dummy yourself sometimes in situations. Well, it's hard not to. Some certain things that I've tapped into, some people in the world are not ready for it, and some people are not even there yet, not even close. They're still asleep. So what do you do when you're living around people that are still sleeping, sleepwalking? You have to let them sleepwalk. I mean, you can bring up situations and topics and try to expand their horizons, right? But you can only do so much. And I'm not the type to pressure somebody, because of the fact that, we all have to learn on our own time and our own ability and our own willingness. You can't force somebody to see something that they can't see what's in front of them. So I've learned how to sit back and wait and watch and send little messages here and there and give little information to people that are around me, like friends and people that I live with, roommates. But they're not quite awakened, so I can't push that on them, because then they think I'm weird. I'll end up being probably kicked out. Things will start moving around in the fucking apartment, and they'll wonder what the fuck happened. Things will start shifting in their life, and I just don't want to bring that shift yet to them, not yet. So I have to be careful in how I approach things, how I say things, how I bring up topics to certain people in certain situations, because not everybody's ready for it. And once you're awake, and once you just can't go back. There's no going back. There's only going forward. You got to deal with it and keep going. So basically, I don't know who's watching me. Maybe the government's watching me. I don't know. Maybe people believe my situations, and maybe people don't. Maybe they don't know that. Maybe people have a hard time believing that there is people out there that can speak to supernatural entities, can see things that other people can't see. Been abducted, in their car, but don't remember shit after. There's a lot of things that have happened to me, but I just don't talk about it, and it's like, you live in silence. You just learn how to keep it to yourself, and you don't express it. People say, oh, you're creative, you're this, you're that. and you kind of like dummy yourself. You don't express it. You kind of like keep it hidden, or keep it down, like hidden, or what's the correct word for it? You try not to expose that side too much. I don't. So when you hear about the twin flame and the soulmate situation, the whole reason I'm bringing up the subject is because of the fact that that's what I'm talking about. So I'll say all your life that you've been with people that couldn't relate to you, right? Men. That after a while you get a little, I wouldn't say bored. There's only been one man that I've been married to for over 20 years that basically kept me intellectually stimulated, I should say. To this day, there has not been another man like him. It's sad the way our marriage, our separation happened, but he was a good man to a certain extent. He was a very, very intelligent man, and I know he worked for the government, nuclear engineer, computer programmer. I don't know if he's CIA or Mason, whatever the fuck he is now. We've been separated over 10 years, 10, 15 years. But the man still is good to me in ways, but I still think he's behind the demise, the corruption. I think he's with it. What can I tell you? I'm feeling he's behind all of this too. I believe that once I left him, he kept an eye on me. I mean, he has government connections. That's what this all comes down to, is government connections. All these people are connected through the cults, through the secret societies, through their connections within the government. This is what this comes to. I was married to somebody for over 20-something years. I'm still legally married to him. This man is very intelligent. He has gifts like you wouldn't even fucking imagine. And so I learned a lot from him. Being married to him for 20-something years, how can you not learn? He was like my teacher, my professor when it came to knowledge. When it came to certain things in science, I could never grasp everything that he was talking about because it was way above my intellect level, but I tried to listen to him, and he taught my children well. And because of him, he did a lot of good things, but then he also did a lot of bad things. So I'm not going to praise him 100% because there is a bad side to him. But I know that I learned a lot from him. That I give him credit from. Very smart man. It's hard now. He was like my teacher, like intellectually wise, like learning things. He pushed me to learn things, to read, to explore religion more, because I feel like he's an atheist. I mean, he's in a cult. But at the time, he was not studying this shit with me. The thing about these men is that they must have had these secrets behind my back because they never talked about this shit in front of my face. They challenged me about God. They would always ask me if I believed in God and I believed in this and that. So we were two different people in the marriage. Okay, but I never knew if he was in the CIA, if he was working for some government. I knew he was in the government because of his job. Of course, I'd go out there and eat with him for lunch in the military base in White Sands, New Mexico range. But I didn't, if he was like within the government, he never spoke about CIA, FBI situations. And there was things that he couldn't talk to me about anyways within the government because he had a high clearance. And when you have a high clearance, you can't give certain information that the government's doing that's like 20 years in advance. And when it comes to technology with the internet, I had internet going fast in my house before the internet even really hit people in their homes. My kids all had the internet. We were already learning a lot of shit before people learned. We were like, because he was like 10 to 15 years in advance. I don't know, anywhere between 10 to 20 years in advance when they come to technology. We don't know shit. Like right now, they're so advanced. That's why they're able to watch us through our TVs. Any word you say triggers a signal to turn on within your TV. They start listening to your conversations, your phones. That's why they invented the internet. They invented the internet so they can keep track of everybody around the fucking world. It's so obvious, it's the way that they can GPS and they can find any little information about any drug dealer, any fucking person. It's like Minority Report, but more so, So this is what I was married to. And when I left the marriage, things went downhill little by little. I didn't know he joined a cult. I don't even know if he's in a cult. I'm assuming that he's in some secret society, Scottish Rites, something. He's in something, man. I don't know which one it is. I really don't even focus on that shit, because he's constantly on my phone because, I still get alimony. So I have to relate to this person, But this is my life, and so had I known that this was going to happen to me, I probably would never married this man. I would have never fucking married him. I would have thought about it God would show me something in the future, even though I learned a lot. I mean, I don't have regrets because it's something it made me better now. Every lesson has made me better in the future and has prepared me for the future. It's like Slumdog Millionaire. Everything that the guy learned and went through in his experience in life helped them win the $1 million at the end of the fucking prize at the end. But yet they still wanted to question how the fuck he knew all that information. How the hell did he win $1 million if he's just some poor kid, It was hard for people to believe it. Sometimes the weirdest and the craziest stories are fucking true. People don't realize that. It's like, you just might be true. These crazy stories just might be fucking true. People don't take them serious. They want to listen to what society says. You want to listen to what's normal out there. There's a lot of weird shit happening and people are unaware of it. They don't refuse to pay attention to it. I, on the other hand, always pay attention to the awkwardness because I'm awkward. Okay, so then the whole reason on this, because I'm going somewhere else. The train's going by. So I tell you, I woke up very inspired. Lately, I've been very inspired, but I just don't want to make too many videos. I don't know, maybe it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I work all week long, and I don't know. It takes a lot of energy for me to speak about this shit, because I have to word it right, and I have to figure out how it can relate to people in the world, in the community, in the world. Period. Whoever's listening to me. Back to the soulmate shit, because what the whole fucking thing was about, the twin flame thing. So when I saw somebody, when I first reacted, okay, I just got into tarot card reading when I got right before I went to jail, and then when I got out of jail, I started watching it a little bit. I've always been fascinated with the tarot world, but I never really picked up the cards to learn how to do this shit. I don't know. Plus, I read in the Bible that you're not supposed to. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not knocking anything down. Because look at me, I'm watching it. But for a reason, they pushed me in that direction to watch information, okay? Because it helped me figure out a lot of shit. So I'm not going to knock it down. Sorry. I woke up really early. And so anyways, back to the whole fucking topic. Oh, yeah. So, when I first laid eyes on this video of this guy with the hat, I thought he was weird. The Emperor, I thought he was fucking weird. But, I mean, I looked at him and I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And I swear to God, I locked eyes on his ass, and he locked eyes, and I felt like we were at that moment in the same room together. Like he was speaking to me, and I was speaking, and he was watching me watch him. That's how I still feel like with his videos. I feel like he directly is speaking to me. Call it vain, call it superficial, but I feel like he is sometimes. Okay, I feel like I am that collective one. Collective. Anyways, it's my little inside joke. Don't be mad, people. All you women out there that are in love with him. Anyways, so this is why I know he was with cops or some government official or some shit, because I felt like he was there in my room and he could hear me talking. He'd bring up topics that he shouldn't know anything about, that me and my spouse were, or at the time the boyfriend Karmic, were arguing about and fighting about. He was talking about on his fucking on his fucking platform and shit. It's like, how the fuck would you know this unless there's cameras in my house, there's microphones, there's some shit going on in this fucking apartment. This is where the sex video shit came in. That really upsets me. And so there was no privacy. This is when I knew and I would tell my Karmic, they're fucking watching us. There's fucking cameras. There's something in here. And I didn't know he was part of the whole fucking situation either. Like I'm like the dummy in this shit. While everybody else fucking knows what's going on but me. That's what I hate. And that's why I left that Karmic. And that's why I have no intention on going back to him, because of the fact that motherfucker always had a joke with everybody else. And I was the one in the middle, knowing that everybody had a fucking secret about me but me. Everybody knew that they were all fucking each other. They were all doing whatever the fuck they were doing behind my back. But to my face, they were smiling and they were being cool and acting nonchalant, when I knew that deep down inside these motherfuckers were all up to no good and they were all working together against me. But I didn't know they were witches. I didn't know he was fucking a warlock. I didn't know he was doing fucking spells and working with other people. I didn't know how big this shit was. Let's just put it that way. I didn't know how big this whole situation is. To this day, I still don't fucking get what the big, what's the word that the military say? Hoorah. What's the big hoorah? What the fuck it's a big deal. You know, I just started coming on making videos because of the fact that I felt that there was, you know, I wanted to solve whatever was happening to me, whatever injustice was happening to me. I didn't know about the inheritance. I figured everything out later on, but I'm just saying that this started off very innocently, this whole video shit. And it just went a different route, you know, and people are taking it too personal, too pissed off, too much jealousy, hating on shit that has no necessarily, there's no necessary, it's unnecessary to have that fucking hate towards somebody when the person is just trying to express themselves and help other people. So anyways, what else do I want to say? Oh, okay. So let me end this fucking because I'm like fucking rambling on. Gotta ramble on, sing my song. Okay, Led Zeppelin. Anyways, music, yes, gives me a lot of ideas. It gives me a lot of inspiration. Speaks to me. When the angels and all them want to talk to me, it's in the songs. A lot of it's in the songs, you know? I love it. I love it. And so anyways, when I saw this Emperor, I got really excited. The reason why was because besides the person that I was with, the karmic, I could not relate to anybody. The karmic was the only person that I could talk to about angels and entities and things like that. We could really talk about shit, you know, me and the karmic about certain situations because he could understand to a certain extent my life a little bit and what I was going through, and he kind of explained a little bit to me, right? And so it would help me understand a little bit. So when I saw the Emperor, and as I listened to him talk, and I've watched his videos 8 months down the road now, 9 months down the road, I've realized that him and I could probably be better friends than anything. Maybe friends more than lovers. I don't see him as a lover. I see him as a friend. And why I say that is because what attracts me or what has me interested specifically is his knowledge of spirituality. You know, that's what intrigues me. Not his looks as much, not his personality. Well, his personality is funny to me, but it's mainly what he knows and what I know and how much we can relate to each other on that level. Because I don't have anybody that I can relate to as far as speaking about this kind of shit that would actually understand me and know what I'm talking about. That's what attracts me. That's the interest that I have right now with him. Not because I want him or that I want to take him from his marriage or I want to be in a relationship sexual with him. It's not even like that. It's not even sexual for me. It's mainly on an intellectual level, spiritual level. That's what it is. It's not like what people think. Because all my life I've not had anybody I can relate to. So when I saw him, I finally thought, damn, there's somebody too that I can relate to out there that might understand me, you know, and stuff like that. And that I can actually have conversations with about things that people won't look at me like I'm fucking insane, you know? That's how I see him. I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm not here to try to take a man away from somebody or start fucking problems in their marriages. And if it started problems in your marriage, I so apologize for that. I'm not a woman to have affairs with married men, and I'm not the type to break up a marriage or a family. Basically, it would only be conversation-wise about spirituality and about the spirit world and the realms and things like that. It would not have anything to do with sexual. So I just want to clear that up. And so that is the message today. That is what has been going on in my mind, and I wanted to express this a little bit to clear up the air a little bit for people that are in love with this emperor or whatever the fuck this is. You know, I'm not trying to make him fall, and I do not do spells, rituals, and all that shit. I don't. I pray for people, man, and that's the honest truth. So I pray for you guys now to understand the message and to get with the program, with my program and where I'm at and what I think, you know, because it's a different type of thinking. People think they know me and they don't. My mind frame changes every day, all day long. I'm not the same person. I mean, I am the same person, but I'm constantly trying to expand my horizons. I'm constantly trying to look at things so differently all the time in different circles and different environments and different Fuck, I can't even think of the word right now. But anyways, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm constantly trying to learn different things about life, about the universe, about the character, about God, about Jesus, about myself, about people, about, I don't really dwell on the gossip. I just try to figure out the messages that are coming in around everybody. Some people catch them, some people don't. I'm catching them all the time. I'm trying to catch them. So, anyways, have a wonderful Sunday, and I hope this was inspiring and uplifting for you. I'm going to try to make my videos not so harsh, and it's not so bitchy. But I am who I am, and so I am going to express what I feel at the moment. If it does come out sometimes bitchiness, or if it comes out mean or towards a person, I mean, I am who I am. I'm going to express myself. I'll try to keep it a little on the G-rated, I guess. Other than that, have a wonderful Sunday, and know that God loves you, man. Peace out. Shalom.